Good morning. Our group name is High Speed Duos, and this is our project presentation. My name is Jocelyn Jiajian, and to start off this introduction, modern digital services needs reliable and efficient computer networks to work seamlessly. For this, administrators needs robust tools to make sure there is high availability, to track resource usage, and to find any bottlenecks preemptively. That is why we chose PRTG Network Monitor as our tool to determine key performance indicators and observe network behavior in an experimental testbed. The problems that we faced was that unmonitored networks are highly susceptible to any bandwidth bottlenecks, latency spikes, and costly downtime. That was that is because troubleshooting reactively often leads to disruptions taking longer to be fixed. That's why we must transition into a proactive strategy by implementing a dedicated monitoring solution that will allow us to depict, examine, and prevent any potential performance issues becoming a catastrophic failure. The objectives of our project is to examine the network performance using the by evaluating the testbed's overall network capabilities by configuring and implementing PRTG Network Monitor. Next is to analyze all the key metrics by executing a thorough examination to find the bandwidth usage, latency, and packet loss, and device uptime using the PRTG sensor data. Next is to demonstrate the implementation by showing a practical application by configuring alerts, analyzing any all the custom dashboards, and finding any potential weak points. Lastly, is to document all of the group activities, methodologies, any analytical findings in a comprehensive format to serve as a reliable reference for any future optimization.
A very good morning, sir. My name is Nitya Sri Dr. Avsegar. Today I'm going to explain the testbed used in our project. For this project, we use a home Wi-Fi network as our experimental testbed because it provides a stable environment where all connected devices can communicate with each other. This makes it easier for PRTG network monitor to discover and monitoring the devices. Our testbed consists of one laptop configured as the PRTG monitoring server, one laptop acting as a client device, and two smartphones as the additional client devices, and lastly a home Wi-Fi router. All devices are connected to the same local area network. During the testing process, the client devices generated network traffic by performing activities such as web browsing, video streaming, and file downloading. PRTG then collected and analyzed the network performance data, allowing us to evaluate the network and identify any potential performance issues. Next, this slide shows the network topology used in our project. The network used a wireless star topology where all devices connected to a central home Wi-Fi router. This topology provides a centralized monitoring and real-time analysis of the home network. And then next is the hardware used in our experimental testbed. The hardware consists of one laptop used as the PRTG monitoring server, one laptop as a client device, two smartphones as client devices, and one home Wi-Fi router. The monitoring server runs PRTG network monitor and is responsible for collecting and displaying network performance data in real time. And the client devices generate normal network traffic through activities such as web browsing, video streaming, and file downloads, while the home Wi-Fi router connects all devices within the same local area network. Finally, I will explain the software used in this project. The main software is the PRTG Network Monitor, which is installed on the monitoring server to monitor the network performance. It collects real-time data such as device availability, latency, bandwidth usage, CPU utilization, and memory usage. The client devices use Google Chrome to generate the network traffic to the browsing website, streaming videos, and downloading files. And the laptops run the Windows operating system while the built-in ping utility is used to test the network connectivity between the devices. Together, the software components allow us to monitor, analyze, and evaluate the overall performance of our home Wi-Fi network. Thank you. Next, I will pass this to my team member, Madanisa, for explain about the performance analysis.
Good morning. Myself Madanisha Velan. Next, this slide presents the performance analysis of the monitored device. The CPU utilization remained within the normal operating range without any major spikes, indicating that the processor had sufficient capacity to handle network monitoring tasks. The memory usage also remained stable, showing that the device had sufficient resources to support system processes. In addition, the device availability stayed at a high level throughout the monitoring period, meaning there was no unexpected downtime and the network remained stable. After configuring the monitoring sensors in PRTG Network Monitor, the monitoring results were collected and analyzed. The performance evaluation focused on main five key metrics, which is CPU utilization, memory utilization, device availability, network traffic, and bandwidth utilization. The following screenshots show the monitoring results for each metric and provide a better understanding of the network's overall performance. Next, the network performance was evaluated using network traffic and bandwidth utilization. The traffic followed normal communication patterns with no abnormal behavior observed. Bandwidth utilization remained below the available capacity, preventing any congestion and ensuring smooth communication. Overall, the performance metrics remained stable, demonstrating that PRTG Network Monitor effectively monitored the network and altogether with notification trigger allowed administrator to detect and respond to issue quickly. Lastly, in conclusion, this project successfully implemented PRTG Network Monitor to monitor the performance and availability of network devices. The project evaluated key performance metrics including CPU utilization, memory utilization, and device availability. The monitoring results showed stable system performance and continuous device availability throughout the testing period. In addition, the configured notification triggers successfully generated alerts whenever predefined thresholds were exceeded, allowing the administrator to respond quickly to any potential issues. Overall, this project demonstrates that the PRTG Network Monitor is an effective tool for proactive network management, helping improve the network reliability, reduce downtime, and maintain stable network performance. Next, our group leader will be presenting the demonstration.
Hi sir, my name is Laurentian and I'm going to introduce and show the configuration of the PRTG network monitor, how can it monitoring our devices and network. So at the first we have to log in by the default password and username. So this is the homepage of PRTG. There's the old sensor that we have configured for our devices and the current params. And this is some setting, license status notification, and the monitoring activity. So now we will go to the page, the device page. So let me show you what have we configured. So we can see here is the default monitoring devices and the devices we played, which is the member 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the simple look of our devices. First, we go to the member 1 smartphone, which is the smartphone of myself, with adding the sensor of ping, and there's the configured IP address that IP they have already connected to our router Wi-Fi, and we enter the device name. After that, we save and we go to the member 3 laptop. This laptop is used to monitoring the other 3 devices, so we don't have setting much sensor for it. Also for the member 4 smartphone, also got the IPv4 address. And the member 2 laptop, this is our main monitoring devices. So there's the configuration of our each devices. The simple introduction. And now we come to sensors. This is the all sensors we currently having for all devices, and some are the default sensors of the PRTG. So we can add sensors for each devices, add any sensor you want, like CPU load, a memory, pin sensor, or disk sensor. So by clicking the add sensor, we can add any sensor we want and search what you want in the search bar. Now we're going to add a HTTP sensor. The sensor is used to monitoring that what you want based on this category like bandwidth, traffic, or something. Now we go to the member 2 laptop to see the monitoring condition. The live data of monitoring. You can see that it has a data and it is very high of the memory using because I'm playing the YouTube video with highest quality. And come to smartphone, the smartphone doesn't support most of the sensor, even though the SNMP. So we just have a ping sensor to monitor the ping rate and the usage. When I play the YouTube video, the ping will be higher, you can see. This is historical data, and this is a notification triggers. We set the triggers, and one is it is over the threshold, the notification will send to the user or admin or just a ticket. You can configure the numbers. Like here we set the response time. In channels it's about 5. In email, push a notification to admin. You can see this is the details of our sensor for smartphone member 1. Then we go to member 2 laptop. We add a lot of sensor because we monitor it. We want to, this is the threshold, and this is the log, historical data, and this is the live data of the ping sensor. And this is the CPU log. We can see the CPU usage and the live data graph of each CPU. We have 24 processors, and we have the complete table to monitor the average time and the date. of the data. This is the log, and we go to the notification triggers. We also got the setting. We have configured the threshold, and this is the history, what that we have configured, or the notifications. And this is the disk sensor. We can see it is red because it almost full. So because the threshold we set, it will warning us. This is the log of the disk space sensor, and this is the threshold we set. Below 20, at least 60 seconds, it will perform the ticket notification. And we also can edit the triggers that we want. Then we come to the memory sensors. It is in the good condition, but it also in the high usage because I also play the YouTube video in high quality. So I also configure the notification triggers for the sensor. And this sensor we use to monitor the network of devices. You can see the back when start from 9 p.m. there's no much usage because I turned off the video player, and before that is the high peak of usage. We will monitor the usage of internet network in the real time. So we can also add a trigger that we want. This is the trigger to monitoring the traffic. Just enter and we set the email to all members to PRTG user. When we finish it, and we can go to the next sensor. The wireless network adapter sensor is used to monitor network because the SNMP also doesn't work. We need the configuration. This is the graph of pinging. Ping sensor about member 3 laptop, which is our main laptop to use to monitor the other 3 devices, so I didn't get adding a lot of sensor. And this is the member for smartphone, also shows the monitoring graph and data and the dead time, response time. This is the notification triggers. And also we have setting it so we can see about the ping sensor. And now we go to the alarms. The alarms will show all the condition of our devices, containing devices. This is the logs of all devices condition. What we have configured, it will be recorded. This is the tickets. You can see the time and the work that we have done. And we go to the map. We have built our network topology through the map, and we can see this is also real-time monitoring. It shows the member 2 laptop memory here. Just click it. We monitor all our devices in real time and also the network infrastructure. So we also can delete the sensor or edit the sensor that which we prefer. And come to the devices, you can see. So now I'm going to disconnect the internet connection of number one smartphone to test the real-time monitoring is working or not. So we can see this is the pin when we have successfully connected. It shows green color, and now we are trying to stop it. Now the number one smartphone is losing the connection from PRTG. That means that it has already disconnected from the network router. And we can see it is red color because the reply timeout and the live data monitoring is stopped, and also the ping is unreachable at the meantime. So we reconnect it. Then we can see after we reconnect with network, it becomes normal and the ping becomes green color, and we can monitoring it again. And we can see that the graph works successfully, and also the data shows reachable, the ping reachable to our smartphone devices. So that's all of the PRTG configuration, tool configuration, and the testing part. That's all for me. Thank you.